you, when you gave presents to people, it was kind of funny. You could just give them as many gifts as you wanted, and they wouldn't really get weirded out. This game has a system where you give somebody a gift, and they get a little checkbox filled in. So what happens is I think every so often the checkboxes get reset every so many days, maybe 3, maybe 4, I don't know exactly. It could be every week too, but the idea is that you give somebody a gift twice, and then you cannot give them, like the game actually won't even let you give them any more gifts. So the original Harvest Moon games, if you knew what your love interest liked for a gift, like what would give them the biggest affinity boost with you, you could, just basically stack it and get their affinity up really fast, really early on. So this game has a built-in method to prevent that. Now, I don't think I've sold Calcite, I don't think I've sold Thunder Egg, I don't think I sold Green Algae, I don't think I've sold the fiber on this account, or this version of the save file. Coal, acorn, I sold the sap, I think. I don't know if I sold wood yet. Sold the geode earlier. Don't think I've sold the dandelion. Don't think I've sold the clay. So once again, this is just to get it marked off on things that I've shipped. And it's pretty late, but because I don't know how far back I am progression-wise, I had my farm fully cleared. That's another thing that's bothering me. As I went through, I got all the rocks out, all the branches, and now that's probably not the case. I'd also made a bunch of like trail mix bars. Yeah, whatever is in my way there. Yeah, let's see, that's a rock. Acorn. No, it's a pine cone. So anyways, I also did this quest involving Robin's axe, which means I'm probably going to have to do that again, which it's not difficult, but I have to spend a day pretty much going and doing it. Hopefully it saves my game. That would be really cool. Alright, so I made quite a bit of money from that. Once again, though, I'm probably going to save my resources from this point on. Let's check on the time. It's a harvest day, and this guy wants me to build a forge. Yeah, let's see. Hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them. Oh, sweet deal. Yeah, like I said, I need 20 ore. Learned how to craft a furnace. The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. When you've smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Well, okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy. That's pretty nice of him. I see you've been exploring the old mine. You've got the adventurer's spirit. That much I can tell. If you can slay 10 slimes, you'll have earned your place in my adventurers guild. Be careful, Marlin. Yeah, it's harvest day. So, probably going to buy some more potatoes. Potatoes seem to be a good crop to sell, to grow and sell. If it was the first of the month and I had a lot of money, I would go probably for beans. Just because they reproduce more beans throughout the growing season, but whereas now it's late, I don't want to go that route. Have I sold the pine cone yet? Doesn't look like it. I don't think I've sold the maple seed or whatever the heck that thing's called either. I also sold potatoes. I'm selling potatoes anyways, I don't really have a reason to keep those. Sometimes there are quests that require that, so I may... I'm probably not going to worry about it right now, but there will be quests that will require you to turn in yeah, once again drawing a blank, to turn in certain things like potatoes, turnips, different kinds of fish, and they will actually reward you with quite a bit of gold for doing so. But I'm not going to worry about it right now, because right now I just need to build up my farm. Later on I'll probably build special storage for that sort of thing. For now, I'm going to keep it simple, and I will bring wood with me to build a chest in the mines. What else did I need to do today? Today's probably going to be more of a... can't be actually, because the store's not open yet. It won't be for another 2 hours. So maybe... no, I think it's open from 9 to 9, so as long as I get back before 9, I can plant my stuff. And my stomach is rumbling. I've not eaten breakfast at all today. Just eat a leek and I'll get my energy. Actually, pretty good item. Can't remember the snack. 45 energy, 18 health. I mean, honestly, the leek is almost as good as that field snack, and the field snack is not hard to make, but it takes 3 ingredients. I don't think you can grow those, however. Anyways, I'm gonna put this chest, you know, right by the door, because that makes the most sense. And I probably will actually bring the leek with me, just because I'll likely get hungry. And we start back on floor 5. The other thing too is I don't know if these floors are random or not. It doesn't look like it. It looks like this is the same 5th floor. What I do think though is that they have randomized the enemies. I have to find the steps because there is no other. Here we go. There. Getting a little bit better at that. I think that's a crab. Nope. So sometimes they're not. Oh, he gooped me. There. There we go. Pin him against the wall. Always works. And let's see. Let's find the stairs. The other thing I'm not sure is if, like, each level has a set stair location, or maybe if it just, you know, after you do so many things. I mean, obviously sometimes I get it on the first try, so there has to be a set location. What I'm wondering is if they randomize the location for you as well. The other thing you can do is if you take 50 stone, you can build a staircase to the next level. Which is a neat feature. It's 99 stone actually to build the staircase to the next level. I would see myself using that later on in the game when it was harder to find the staircase. Right now it doesn't really seem worth it. But I do have a lot of stone, you know, I can make like 4 stairs, but that would run out pretty quickly. Let's get some more copper. Like I said, I want to start building a furnace. The other thing, I really like this game's soundtrack. I'm sure I've already talked about that, but I like having different music throughout the season, rather than just getting the same song every day. Probably, I have a lot of respect for this, A Wonderful Life. But at the same time, I also really hate a lot of things about that game. Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. I believe that's the right name of the game. It was on GameCube. It had a lot of really advanced Harvest Moon features. Like, they did a lot of things that were typically a little bit more in depth than your standard Harvest Moon game. But the issue that I had with it was it almost took away the charm that the original Harvest Moon games had, and it was really boring. Like, characters were dull. There was no music in the game, and I could be exaggerating that entirely, but I remember not being blown away by the soundtrack, if there was ever really a soundtrack at all. So it was mostly just really mundane, and it felt really empty and lonely. Yeah, it's weird. I would definitely recommend trying it, but it's one of those games where it doesn't have the same appeal that the rest of the Harvest Moon games are known for. Maybe someday I'll load up the emulator and show you what I mean. Inventory full. So now would be a good time to have access to another floor. Have access to an elevator, rather. I'm gonna get rid of sap, because sap is not really useful to me right now. You can make fertilizer with it, I guess, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. Apparently you can break those. And there's already a staircase open. That's odd. I don't remember doing that. Sometimes those barrels give really good items. Like, I've got an amethyst and stuff out of them yesterday. I mean, really good. Really good is relative, because obviously I'm in the beginning of the game. Alright, here we go. Yep, that's right, leather boots. So we will get, well, let me eat this. Leather boots. You received leather boots. Cool. Now, I might have just messed up there. Well, I'll find out in a second. Let's put my geode stones. Let's put all this stuff away that I don't really want to carry on me right now. I want to keep the leek. Actually, I want to eat the leek. And then I want to equip the boots. Alright, it did good. It did give me the... I didn't actually have to use the elevator, which is nice to know. Getting a little further down, we're getting a little bit of a different backdrop. It's getting more foresty. And, oh yeah, these guys. They don't like you being in their sand. I noticed that yesterday when I was playing too. And it's 4 p.m. Oh wow, and now they're hitting me. There we go. They give you geodes. Nice. I'm probably not going to go too much further. I want to get back in time to get some seeds. And there's a lot of copper down here. Yeah, I definitely want to get back in time to plant some seeds, so just get this copper and call it good. I'm just going to take some hits, I don't really care. I just want that copper. Speaking of copper, throwing copper.